In Mark 16:15, Jesus commands his followers to preach the gospel to all creation. Yet today, only a small percentage of the church is actively sharing their faith. There could be many reasons why this might be the case. Sharing the gospel can be difficult. It can be controversial. And quite honestly, sharing the gospel can be really scary. What if they reject you? What if you don't know the right thing to say? What if you don't have the right answer?
Reach, whose motto is out of the church into the streets, making the gospel known, is a 5-day week learning how to share your faith, kind of like an evangelism boot camp.
Reach is a 5-day local mission trip primarily focused on equipping young people to share the gospel wherever they may be at for a lifetime. I would describe Reach as an opportunity that you don't want to miss out on. It's not only evangelism training for an age group that has recently lost touch with personal evangelism, but it's also an opportunity for you to grow closer to God as we'll consider the finished work of Christ and the gospel mandate that he's given to all of his followers.
But these are skills that you will have for the rest of your life, to know how to ask difficult questions, to know how to respond to difficult questions that other people may ask you. Reach is a place where you can learn how to do those things and have relationships that will last you a lifetime.
The first 2 days of Reach take place at our home base located in Pasadena, Maryland. It's a quiet neighborhood cul-de-sac, and there's a large tent out back where we hold our meetings. This is where we fellowship together. This is where our team activities and games happen. This is where we worship together.
The center of Reach is the gospel, and growing in Christ with your brothers and sisters. It's an amazing experience to be with your brothers and sisters in Christ and to worship and to have quiet time in the mornings and to have home-cooked meals and fun free time to go out and be the hands and feet of Jesus with each other, kind of a short little glimpse of what heaven will be like.
The second half of Reach is dedicated to providing practical opportunities for missionaries to share their faith. We do this by pairing missionaries with experienced trainers and sending them to places like the Baltimore Inner Harbor, the Annapolis City Docks, local malls, and assisted living homes.
And they teach us how to share the gospel, and we go out into the Inner Harbor and Lexington Market, and it's awesome, and we get to talk to people about God.
It's really great to see someone who's never attended Reach before learn how to share their faith and then go out and do it. Afterwards, we return to home base and debrief. There, we can talk about what we've learned, what we've experienced, and what we can do better for the next conversation.
Reach has impacted me by exposing me to the reality that sharing the gospel isn't just some religious exercise for specific occasions, but sharing the gospel can actually be a part of my life that helps me have greater joy in my walk with Christ.
And it wasn't until Reach that I felt like I had heard the gospel for the first time, even though I had heard it a million times growing up. And it was hugely impactful in my spiritual growth. Having that solid foundation from a young teenager is huge for me because I've had that every year to go and learn more. That changed my life when I was 13. It can do the same at 20. God is powerful, and he's used Reach to speak into my life.
I've yet to attend a Reach and not experience the great joy that comes with preaching the gospel alongside brothers and sisters in Christ that are similarly like-minded with me. And because of that, it has led me to want to encourage and equip others in my local church and in my university.
When I was there, I was like, wow, I do feel at home. I do feel like these people actually care about me. And I'd say come to Reach to learn how to share the gospel, make awesome friends. I don't know, it's just such a wonderful experience.
Here at Reach, we strongly desire more eager young people to become passionately in love with Jesus, the Bible, and the gospel, so that sharing the gospel with family members, co-workers, friends, or even strangers would become less of a duty and more of a lifestyle.
It is a great privilege to evangelize.
It is a wonderful thing to be able to tell others of the love of Christ.
We should not, therefore, be reluctant and backward to evangelize.
We should be glad and happy to do it.
We should be glad and happy to do it.
We should be glad and happy to do it.
We should be glad and happy to do it.